Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Aaron. As you've probably guessed from my recent social media posts, I did get a chance to take a very close look and play with the PS5 at Sony's invitation. I was at an event organized exclusively for the media, and understandably, there were some restrictions in place about what footage I can and cannot shoot. For example, I wasn't allowed to shoot footage of the actual console or any kind of on-screen gameplay footage, but I was allowed to shoot footage of the controller. And wow, the controller was, for me, really the main star of the show, and I was able to take along my PS4 controller and do a side-by-side comparison, so we're gonna see a little bit more of that. But I'm also gonna talk about my general experience with the PS5 and how it compares to the PS4. Now, in this video, I'm not going to go into so much detail about the PS5's hardware and specs because Sony has pretty much told us everything we need to know, but what I want to talk about first is its aesthetics. When I first saw the PS5 for the first time, it looks just as sexy in the pictures, yes, but it also looks quite a bit more tall and more bulky than the PS4 in real life. So, if you, like me, have just enough space in your cabinet for a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, the PS5 will not fit in there. So, in my case, I will have to put the PS5 on my TV cabinet, in a standing position so that it saves space. Next, I sat down to play some games, and as I expected, coming from a long-time PS4 player, the PS5 is very fast and very powerful. It's able to display many more assets on screen at the same time with no lag and everything running at 60 frames per second. And the games barely had any loading screens, and if it had a loading screen, it usually is for a very brief moment only. And these different elements put together makes games feel a lot more vibrant and a lot more smooth than anything I have experienced on the PS4 thus far. Now, for all of you PC gamers out there, yes, this is something that PC gamers have had for a very long time, but to me, the biggest reason why anyone should buy the PS5 over a gaming PC is the DualSense controller. When I was playing games on the PS5, that controller really felt like a bridge between me and whatever's happening on the screen. And it goes far beyond what the PS4's controller offers, which is basically rumble feedback, right? This uses a combination of haptic feedback and resistive triggers. But before we go into all that, let's take a look at how the PS5's controller compares to the PS4's visually. As you can see, it is a little bigger at the top, but when I was holding the controller, it didn't feel so big at all. It felt just like the same size as the PS4's controller, yet it also feels a little more ergonomic and a little more comfortable to hold. But perhaps because of the fact that this controller has far more technology packed into this little unit, it feels a little more substantial in my hands than the DualShock 4. And I'm not sure about you, but I feel that the DualShock 4 controller doesn't look quite as appealing or as sexy as the new DualSense controller. But of course, if you have a different opinion about that, please let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so the DualSense controller uses haptic feedback technology, and this allows for a far greater degree of precision and intricacy in the type of vibrations the player can feel. For example, if your on-screen character is breathing heavily, with breathing, you don't just hear the breathing, you also feel the breathing in your body, right? The vibrations that come with breathing. This is the type of vibrations that you can feel with the DualSense controller. Also, if your character is, for instance, stepping on the sand, you will be able to feel the graininess of the sand as your character trudges through it. And if your character is swimming in water, the controller will be able to replicate the bubbliness, the bubbly feeling of when your character is swimming through water. Furthermore, because of how intricate the vibrations can be, it is possible to limit the vibrations to just one part of the controller. Now, I'm going to use my DualShock 4 as a prop here for the DualSense controller because I don't have the DualSense controller, obviously. So, since the vibrations can be limited to just one part of the controller, if the game is getting your controller to act as a bottle full of marbles, for example, it is possible to tilt the controller and feel the marbles dropping to the bottom of the controller, and you can even rattle the marbles around. It is very interesting. And this is gonna allow for a whole new range of experiences when gaming on the PS5. Now, the second element that I mentioned earlier is context-sensitive resistive triggers. For example, if your character on screen is, say, pulling back on a bowstring to fire an arrow, the controller will automatically adapt itself, to add more resistance to the L2 and R2 triggers so that you can feel the tension of the bowstring as you pull and you release. And if your character is firing a machine gun, the controller will add pushback to the triggers with every single shot. So it actually feels like recoil when you fire the machine gun. So forgive me if I say this, but even if you are coming from PC gaming, gaming on the PS5 seems like a whole new degree of immersion compared to PC gaming or gaming period. Yes, it sounds a lot like I'm exaggerating, but believe me, you have got to try gaming on the PS5 to really know what I'm talking about. When I say haptic feedback and resistive triggers, these are the things that will really jump out at you when you start to game on the PS5, and you begin to understand that this thing is a whole different beast, a whole different experience from anything you've had before. Oh wow, I cannot wait for the PS5s to finally be available in stores, because I tried to order a PS5 on launch day. Didn't work out because of the super high demand, so I bought an Oculus Quest 2 instead. So I'm gonna have to save up again for the PS5, and when I do, I'm gonna bring one into the studio so that we can do a proper, unboxing, play a few games, maybe do a few live streams. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see gaming live streams on this channel? Let me know in the comment section below, because this is something that I am definitely looking at. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please show that you like this video by punching that like button and sharing this video with your friends and family. Also, if you want to see more content like this one from this channel, more news coverage and coverage about the PS5, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell, because this is the only way YouTube will notify you of new videos from this channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Do svidaniya.